Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about, wait for it, the XFL. Yeah, I know. You're probably thinking, it's another video about the NFL. I should probably talk about something different. So we're going to be talking about the XFL right now. So let's get into it. Alright, so first thing that I'm going to talk about is their standings. I'm just going to start with that first, and then we'll get into like different players. So I'm pretty sure this is the East that we're talking about here. So in the East we have St. Louis on top with a 3-1 record. Next we have DC with a 2-2 record, and they're tied with New York with another 2-2 record, and we have Tampa Bay in last with a 1-3 record. So in the East we have the St. Louis Battlehawks, who are killing it right now. They went on an impressive 2-win streak through these last 2 games. And that might not seem impressive, but if you see them playing, they look really good out on the field. The one game that they lost to was Houston, and they were starting to get the comeback started, but they just couldn't get to it, and so they lost that game. But overall, they're doing really good. I think they are either the number 1 team. It's a tie between Houston and St. Louis for the number 1 team. And speaking of Houston, we're going to talk about the West, which has Houston number 1. They are 4-0, undefeated, so they're the team to beat as of right now. Next, we have Dallas with a 2-2 record, and we have a tie between LA and Seattle with a 1-3 record. So, LA and Seattle aren't doing too good. I don't know. I've watched them play, and they don't look bad, and they don't look good either. I feel like the only thing that they're really succeeding on for Seattle, because I've been watching them a ton, Austin Prohl, he's been doing really good. He's the one person that I actually look forward to watching throughout that. For Seattle, he's the only person that I actually look forward to watching, because watching him, you see, he scored the first touchdown in the XFL, I think. Or the first receiving touchdown, I'm pretty sure. And, yeah, he's been doing good. This is his redemption, I guess. Houston, though, they're doing really good with a 4-0 run right here. They're looking to go undefeated in the inaugural season. So it's just something to watch out. So Houston, they're going to be the ones to beat here. It's either Seattle or Houston. Those are the teams to beat. And the teams that are really looking in are Tampa Bay, LA, and Seattle. They're all at a 1-3 record. And they just need to get it together and be better at winning, I guess. It's not really a way to describe what they're lacking in. I don't think that they're really lacking in anything, to be honest. I think they just need to play better. That's really what every team needs to do, but they need to improve. I wouldn't say that their offense is bad. I think their defense is what's causing all the trouble. Because I was watching, I'm pretty sure it was Tampa Bay versus Seattle, and they were both scoring, but you can tell it's just their defense. Because if they are both scoring, and that game, I think it was just a loss by 3. I'm not too sure, but Seattle and Tampa, those two, I think, need to get their defense together. I don't know what it is with LA. I really don't know. But as for DC and NY and LA, no, not LA, excuse me, Dallas, I don't know. DC was doing good, I'm pretty sure, in the beginning, the opening stretch of the season. They're doing pretty good for those first 2 games, and then they've dropped 2 now. So they need to get it together, I guess. So first off, I'm gonna talk about one player. His name is PJ Walker. He's doing amazing so far as the quarterback for that Houston team. He's doing really good. The only other quarterback who I think really stands a good threat against him is Tiamu, he did really good last week. They're both doing really good for their teams as of right now. So those two, I look forward to watching them throughout the entire season. Landry Jones, I'm pretty sure he's the quarterback for the Dallas Renegades, and he's not at the beginning before they had any games, they were saying that he is the face of the XFL. Now, I think this is just because of his NFL experience, but I'm not too sure why he is, especially off of the way that he has been leading this team. When I look at a quarterback, I look at how well they're leading a team, not really how they play, but how they lead that team. And he's not really leading them to wins. I guess he's just doing his job. That's what I would say. PJ Walker and Tiamu, as for example, they're doing their job and beyond. And that's just what I've got on him. He needs to be like those two and do his job and do more of his job. So that's what I've got so far. Nothing really stands out to me as so far in really the offense as of right now. I'm gonna say though that the St. Louis Battlehawks, their defense is actually pretty good. I forget, there was a player who he did something special. I don't know, but it was on that St. Louis team. He did something special in week 4. I don't really know what he did, but St. Louis, I think they have the best defense as of right now. So that's what I've got for now. Just something that happened as I was making this video. AJ Boye, he got traded to the Denver Broncos, I'm pretty sure. So that's just some news that I got just now. Okay, something that I also want to add is there's also been some college football teams that have been following in the, I guess, like footsteps of the XFL, and so they're like using the XFL's rules in their spring training, I guess. One college team that I can think of is the Citadel. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but they're a team that has taken some of the rules of the XFL into their like spring training type thing. But other than that, I think the XFL's I think that they're like, I guess, production, I don't know, like, how would you describe their let's see, how am I gonna call this? I think I'll call it their like, yeah, I'll call it that. Their review of the previous game. For me, my review of it is, if I were to rate this 0 to 10 stars, I'd give it a 9.5 because during like the beginning, we were all excited to see it, and now that it's actually here, like, things have died down. It's not as cool as it was before because we all have seen it now for like 4 weeks. So it's still fun to watch, don't get me wrong, but I feel like since we've seen their games and since we've seen how the season's going, I think that it's not as fun as it was on the first week, but that's really with, I guess, everything, because it's like I guess like a new movie or a new toy comes out. I guess like a new toy, that's probably a better example. When a new toy comes out, you were younger, a new toy would come out, you'd be really excited to grab it, and then after a little while it'd become like not as interesting to like play with. So that's how I describe the XFL. I enjoy watching it though, and I like talking about it. It's better than just talking about the NFL the entire time. Like, it's a new thing, so it's pretty cool. But you guys can comment down below your opinion on the XFL. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.